In today's video, I want to talk about customer service in the roofing industry and why it matters the most. It drives me absolutely crazy when I hear that roofers are walking away from jobs. Sometimes entire teams walking away from jobs, like sales guy goes in and say, here's a hard customer, I don't want to deal with that. And I just want to bring you 5 points why customer service absolutely matters, why you should be considering taking the hardest jobs that nobody else wants, maybe your competition doesn't want, and why you should be stopping walking away from jobs because they're too hard. I spend a lot of time online and I see a lot of comments and I see roofers literally saying like, okay, 10 square job is too small for me, or I'm an elite salesman, I only sell jobs, 40, 50,000 plus. And the same reason a lot of business owners don't want to do repairs, because they think repairs are not profitable, repairs are a lot of headaches. And what's happening is, I believe that roofers, instead of making money, changing their business model, go where a customer is, they leaving a lot of money on the table, and I believe they're actually hurting their business. Here's my 5 reasons why you need to be taken on the small jobs, on repair jobs, and on the hard jobs. Reason number 1, I understand that some clients are very, very hard to please, but you don't have your business without customers. You just don't. If you would be having McDonald's, you can't deny the service to anybody who walks in. You have to serve people who comes to you, unless they're rude and racist and call you names or something. Other than that, even if they're hard to please, you still have to serve them. The same thing happens in the roofing business. Sometimes you will deal with a client who is unreasonable. As a matter of fact, just last week, first time this year, I turned down a job because customer was unreasonable. He wanted us to take a job without paying us down payment, and he would not even agree to give us down payment on delivery of materials. And it was so sketchy. The guy just was not nice about it, but he has a horrible attitude. And I just asked him, listen, would you go to Home Depot and ask them to bring materials to you and not to pay them up on delivery? You wouldn't ask big box store. Why are you asking me to do that? So I was okay to take job without down payment, but at the same time, I was not okay to do the whole work without getting down payments, at least for materials. So I don't want you to think that I take every single job out there. I don't. I walk away from the jobs too, but I also take jobs that nobody else wants. Why? Because it's all about customer service. My point number 2 is, you get better when you do hard jobs. You become true professional. You become real expert in your field when you take jobs that nobody else wants, because people also going to be talking about you, spreading the word. They know that it was a hard job. They know that it was a hard leak. They know that other 3 roofers did not want to take the job and didn't want to do it because it was too small for them. All of that gives you huge advantage over your competition. When you do hard jobs, you become better, your team become better, you please that customer. Also, those Class A personalities, you will become better roofer, you will become better company, you will become better expert. Reason number 3, you will build your reputation. Those Class A personalities, not only they're hard to please, but once you please them, they're also going to be talking about you, and those people usually are the ones who will write reviews about you, who will spread the word to their friends. I know I've taken a lot of hard jobs, and at the end people say, Dmitry, I know it was not easy. I know your employees struggle. I know you guys have this big challenge, but you did what you told me you're gonna do. I know you're not making probably a lot of money because it was double the time that you're estimating, but people will go and write you a glowing review, tell all their friends about your service, and yes, it was hard to please them, but now that you earn your reputation of the guy who takes hard jobs, and your reputation will go ahead of you. Reason number 4 why I like hard jobs, because this is my opportunity and can be your opportunity to create a better content. When you have a hard job and maybe it's insurance claim that everybody's been denying and you just stick to it, now you want to do it, and you fought for your customer for 2 years. Now make it count. Make great story about it. Write a blog, do the video, show the world that, hey, I was here and it was not easy, but we fixed it. Check it out. So we're a commodity business. It's boring content to publish pictures or selfie of us on the roofs, and it's the same stuff over and over and over again. But if you have some custom work, if you have hard client, hard insurance claim, hard repair, maybe tricky house design. Now, all of those are opportunities for great content on social media. Maybe do the video for your YouTube channel, for your website, write a blog about it. I mean, people like to read and hear stories about the hardest jobs out there. I mean, roofing is not an easy job, and when you take the biggest, hardest jobs, make sure you create a content and make sure you spread the word that, hey, we do this kind of work, we're not afraid of them, even if it looks like small job, but we're still taking them. I brag about my repairs when people call us and say, Dmitry, you do repairs. I'm like, absolutely, we love repairs. And by the way, they don't have to be cheap, they don't have to be free. You can actually charge a lot of money for repairs, but like I said, make sure you create amazing content when you solve those problems for your customers. And the last reason why I highly recommend you take on your hardest customers out there, because business, it's all about customers. It's not about your ambitions and how much money you should be making. I see a lot of guys, especially early on in business, they make this mistake. They put their ego number one. Oh, I want to make money. I want to do this. And sometimes they come to this expensive houses and they're like, they have money. I'm going to make big sale right now. This is not how it works, guys. Your job is to please your customers. When I see a big house, I don't care how much money they have. I don't care if they're millionaires or billionaires. My job is to provide a service, the best service in the industry. My job is to be professional. My job is to be competitive. My job is to fix their problems, to be great service, great value to them. And I know when I do all of those things, I will be rewarded with a payment. I will be rewarded with a review, with a bigger network, with all of those. But if I come in and it's all about me and my ego, and I just think about how much money I should be making, come on. It's all about customer service. Leave your ego at the door. Make sure you serve, over-deliver your customers every single time. Doesn't matter if they're picky, if they're hard. Like, I don't believe in walk away from the job from hard clients. Your price is your price. Don't negotiate your price. At the same time, be reasonable and you will be rewarded at the end of the day with a great reputation, because people who walk away from the jobs, their closing rate also much smaller, and their reputation, their reviews are not the greatest. I would like to hear from you. How many jobs you pass on? How many hard jobs, hard clients do you say no to? Do you do almost every job, every estimate that you get? What's your closing rate? Would like to hear from you. Comment below. I would like to hear what you guys are dealing with on a regular basis. I know I will walk away probably from 2, maybe 3 clients per year. In 6 years in the roofing business, I only walk away from 1 job that we actually started. It happened only once to me that I realized there's no matter what we're gonna do, we could not make that person happy. We've been in the job for like 3 months. Job was 90% done, and we changed crews. He was discriminating against my crews. He was mean to my team, and I just said it's not worth it. I lost $10,000 in the project and I walked away. Do you ever walk away in the jobs? It happened one time for me, and I would pass on maybe 1, 2, max 3 jobs per year. Usually I'm a pleaser. I please my customers. I go above and beyond. I like hard jobs that nobody else wants. Let me know your mentality, if you agree with it. If you don't agree with it, totally fine. Comment below, give me one of those, and I'll see you guys in the next video.